Hello students, welcome you in this class. Myself, AMAR RAJ, going to discuss today about the advantages of distance time graphs. Students, during previous classes we have studied about graphs for different types of motion, that is uniform motion, non-uniform motion, or the graph for object at rest, etc. We have also studied about the steps to draw the graph. Now in today's class we are going to study about advantages of distance time graphs. Students, first we will discuss the advantages in points, and after that I will explain them with the help of one example. So first see the advantages. The first advantage you can see that the variation of distance traveled by an object with time can be seen more easily from a distance time graph than from the distance and time values given in the table form. Students, during previous classes we have studied or we have observed that with the help of data of different time intervals and corresponding distance traveled in tabulated form, we can draw the graph with the help of the table. But the graph is more informative than the given table. Just see the second point of advantage. The data given in the table form may give information about the distance moved by the object only at certain definite time intervals. The table shows the distance traveled in certain time intervals, but from a distance time graph we can find the distance moved by the object at any point of time. So students, I have said that the graph is more informative. Now see the third point. The speed of an object can be obtained from its distance time graph. By using distance time graph we can find the distance moved by the object between any two time intervals or time readings, and if we divide this distance by time given by the difference in two readings, we will obtain speed of the object. So simply with the help of graph, by dividing the distance covered with time taken, distance covered by the time taken, we can get the speed of motion between any time intervals. Now students, let us explain these advantages one by one with the help of one example. I have taken the example. In this table you can see that initially at time is equal to 0 second, that is at the starting of observation, distance traveled by the object is 0, and in 5 seconds it covers 4 meters, in 10 seconds the object covers 8 meters, in 15 seconds the object covers 12 meters, and so on. You can see the information given in the table, and if you represent this information in graph with the help of graph, you can see there is a time in seconds on x-axis and distance covered on y-axis, and this graph, this line shows the relation between time interval and distance. You can see, you can match the data with the help of table and see the first advantage. Let us explain the first advantage, that variation of distance traveled by an object with time can be seen more easily from a distance time graph than from the distance and time values given in the table. See, by observing the graph you can easily understand that this graph shows a uniform motion because it is a straight line graph and its slope, that is the speed of motion, does not change. So by observing the shape of graph you can easily find out the relation between distance and time, which is slightly difficult to find with the help of this table. Now see the second advantage. The data given in the table form may give information. See the table form may give information about the distance moved by the object only at certain definite time intervals, but from a distance time graph we can find the distance moved by the object at any point of time. Just see, in this table you can see the distance traveled in 5 seconds and in 10 seconds. But between 5 and 10 seconds, there is no information given. But with the help of graph, you can see between 5 and 10 seconds, the object is between 4 meter to 8 meter. So exactly between 5 seconds and 10 seconds, the position of object or the distance traveled by the object would be 6 meter. You can see at this point, in front of this point, the scale shows 6 meter. Similarly, exactly between 10 seconds and 15 seconds, the distance traveled by the object is, you can see, 10 meter with the help of scale. So students, we can find the distance traveled in between the given intervals with the help of graph, which was not possible in tabulated form. Now see the third advantage, discuss about the third advantage, that the speed of an object can be obtained from its distance time graph. So let us see, take any time interval. If we take between 0 second and 10 seconds, the distance traveled by the object is 8 meter. So the speed can be find out as 8 by 10 meter per second. Similarly, if you take the time interval between 10 second and 15 second, time interval between 10 second and 15 second, at 10 second the object is at 8 meter and at 15 second it is at 12 meter. So in 5 seconds it covers 4 meters. So again the speed you can find 4 by 5 meter per second. Since it is a graph of uniform motion, so you get the values of a speed constant, that is, will not change. And students, by this way you can find the speed or average speed between any two time interval with the help of graph. So we have discussed about the three points of advantages about distance time graph, and in next class we will know more about graphs. So this is going to be end of today's